into the corner. Being chased down by De Oliviero. Lovegrove trying to get around the San Diego defense applied by Farber. Vicmore Alegwe wins the ball for the Sidekicks. Gamboa gets it to Jones. Sends it back to the right side for Quintana. And Lovegrove gets tripped up goal this season. Reza gives it a shot, but misses wide left.
Yeah, beautiful save there by Juan.
San Diego's dominating possession against the Sidekicks. Pittman comes across halfway. Finds Childs. Childs, in his last visit to the Allen Event Center, scored a goal late in regulation that forced overtime. But the Sidekicks managed to win, and that victory snapped the Sockers' record 48-game winning streak, the longest winning streak in American professional sports. It ended right here at the Allen Event Center. Pushing it forward is Hiram Ruiz. Plays it to the top of the penalty arc, knocked down by Childs, defended by Ellis. To Serta along the right wing boards, played into the area for a one-timer that is sent into the seats off the right foot of Pee Wee. So there's a timeout with 4:51 to play. It's Dallas nothing, San Diego nothing.
This is Cameron Brown, number 15 of the Dallas Sidekicks. Be sure to come out to our January 5th game at 7 p.m. at the Allen Event Center when we take on the El Paso Coyotes. Tickets starting as low as $10. To purchase tickets, head over to DallasSidekicks.com/tickets. Join us on January 5th at 7 p.m. and let's go Kicks.
The Dallas Sidekicks in a scoreless tie with the San Diego Sockers. Dallas looking to improve to 3-2. San Diego comes in 2-1, looking to avoid a 2-game losing streak. They lost their last game to Tacoma, a 1-goal decision. Their offense has scored 4 goals in each game this season. They've had opportunities to score more. Craig Childs comes in as the leading scorer with 3 goals and 2 assists. Their defense has been good overall, but there have been some lapses. We haven't really seen those lapses so far here in the first quarter.
No, it's been a very controlled, very defensive style, seems possession style game. No, it's almost like they don't, neither team wants to really make a mistake here. They're playing, they're playing very defensively, and I think we're going to see the offense kick up a little bit. Vicmore Alegwe leads the Dallas Sidekicks in goals with 6. Jamie Lovegrove has 6 goals as well. Those two are just on fire right now. Like to see Cameron Brown get a little bit on. He's only got 2 goals on the season.
And we know that he is capable of scoring in bunches, really a streak scorer, if you will. And you'd like to see Alegwe and Lovegrove get some possession closer to the goal. Alegwe really hasn't had much possession whatsoever.
Great point, and of course Nestor Hernandez is out this game. He's dealing with a little bit of a calf injury. It was a coach's decision, I think a smart decision, and but we'll see if they miss him tonight as well.
Gamboa with goalkeeper distribution as play resumes following the timeout. Gamboa missed his target. Aguayo winning the ball back for the Sidekicks. Along the boards near the Dallas bench. Now Ricardinho comes in to help him win that battle along the boards and plays it across the pitch to Ritter. Serta comes in for San Diego, battles Ritter for possession. Ritter wins that battle, gets it to Aguayo. Aguayo plays it to Ricardinho on the left side. Cameron Brown with a one-touch pass back to Aguayo, squared to Ricardinho, who plays a wall pass to Brown. Brown turns, faces the goal, takes a shot, knocked down by Pardo. Brown had that on frame.
Boy, that was a simple shot, but I think that ate up the goalkeeper a little bit. Very nice.
San Diego trying to get out of their own end, facing some high pressure from the Sidekicks. Ritter marking the ball. Pardo out of the area, pushes it out beyond his line. Gets the pass out to Pino. He's inside the Dallas line, fires a shot off the glass. Off the corner glass, it caroms all the way back to Serta. Serta plays it to Pittman on his right. Pittman sends it inside the Dallas line, and Jones commits the foul, pushing down De Oliveero from behind.
Yeah, I think Mike Jones forgot what sport it is. He looked like a linebacker right there, taking the guy out. And he's a big, powerful player, and he's not afraid to use his body.
San Diego getting a free kick. Juan Gonzalez, the 5'10", 170-pound defender from San Jose, takes the free shot that is blocked by Jones. No question about that foul.
Yeah. Some are a little easier to call than others, aren't they, Pete?
Absolutely. That was a no-brainer. Evo along the wall near the official scorers table, marked by Ricardinho. Serta plays a diagonal ball to the feet of De Oliviero. Oliviero sends it to the corner. The chase is on. The battle for possession. Brown has it for the Sidekicks. Gets it to Gamboa. Gamboa is pressured there by Escato, who knocked down the clearing pass. And now it's controlled by Serta as San Diego resets. Ritter deflects a pass.
Boy, those cross-goal passes really make me nervous, Pete.
Gonzalez to De Oliveira. His shot blocked by Gamboa to the far side wall. Brown plays it off the wall to Ricardinho. Tried to spring Brown, but Brown will go over the wall as substitutions are made by the green and white clad Sidekicks. With less than 2.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter, a scoreless tie. Jones gets tripped up by De Oliveira, and a pass misses the mark and goes all the way to the corner boards off the right foot of Ruiz. And now Dallas moves it into neutral territory. Jones to Lovegrove through the center circle to the left side. Moves along the left wing boards. Tries to get past a defender in the corner. That's Ortega defending Lovegrove. And a free kick for San Diego out of their own end.
You got a San Diego soccer player down there in the back towards Juan Gamboa in the Sidekicks goal. And there was just bodies flying everywhere. Really hear the replay here.
Lovegrove and Ortega goes down. That draws the whistle. A man down for San Diego, getting attention from the training staff on the opposite end of the pitch.
Yeah.
With 1:59 to play in the first quarter. The Sidekicks and soccer scoreless. Outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This every weekend. Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. You're watching the Sidekicks on MASL TV. Catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.TV. The player shaken up is Leonardo De Oliviero, the 6', 190-pounder from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
And I think it was Mike Jones that got him. I don't think it was the Jamie Lovegrove replay that we saw. I think
No,
it was
definitely
the previous,
wasn't.
Yeah, I think it was the previous hit was Mike Jones. Mike Jones just announces his presence with authority out there, throwing his body around, and glad to see a De Oliveiro walking off there.
Yeah, it was Ortega who got tangled up with Lovegrove that drew the free kick. And De Oliveira had gotten tangled up on the other side of the action. So just under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, still scoreless. San Diego's had roughly 75, maybe even 80% of the possession here in the first quarter. But still, it's a 0-0 draw. San Diego's still trying to get a first quarter goal for the first time this season. And they only have 1:48 to do so here at the Allen Event Center. On the near side, it's Bond. Bond playing it across the pitch to Ortega. Lovegrove now getting tangled up with Pittman, who went belly down on the turf. That draws the whistle, and a free kick coming up for San Diego.
Well, I don't like that penalty at all. Looked like they just kind of tripped over the ball, fell down. Jamie Lovegrove got possession, didn't even touch him.
Fernando Garza marking for Dallas. Ball sent to the top of the penalty arc. It's on the right foot of Ortega. Not able to get it past the keeper Gamboa, and here's Dallas on the counterattack. Lovegrove has a shot blocked. Lovegrove's shot blocked by Contreras. Bounces back toward Vicmore Legwe, who has it for Dallas.
Nice run there by Jamie Lovegrove. Could have just corralled it a little sooner, might have got a better shot on goal.
Quintana to Ellis. To Aguayo. Back to the right side. That's not Aguayo, pardon me. That's Arthur Evo. Dallas now with some of the possession time. 40 seconds remaining. Gamboa finds Quintana. Ellis at halfway. Diagonal ball to the left corner, looking for Powell. Powell battling with the keeper, Pardo. Loose ball to the left side down to the final 20 seconds of the first quarter, and a blue card, our first blue card of the game. Powell
there you go.
picks up the card.
Powell got shot in the head there a little bit.
That little hip check that sent Bond to the turf.
He got slapped in the head, and Anthony Powell has a dubious distinction of being 5th in the league in penalty minutes, Pete. So he's spent a little bit of time in the sin bin.
He's there again. Only 19 seconds remaining in the period. The power play will extend into the second quarter for San Diego. It looks like we're going to end the first quarter in a 0-0 draw.
The Dallas Sidekicks would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting goods brands, starting production in 1817. Miter is a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2. The MASL and Miter share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Miter's Astro Division ball is the official game ball for MASL League play. Miter Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball and has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer.
Well, we thought we had come to the end of the first period, but they've reset the clock. 19.2 seconds remaining, and the power play begins right here for the San Diego Sockers. They have the man advantage. It's the first power play opportunity for either team. Time running out in the first quarter, 9 seconds remaining. Childs chested down, settles it, plays it back to Ruiz. Childs with a shot, knocked down by Gamboa. He'll hold on to it as the horn sounds, ending the first quarter. It's the San Diego Sockers 0, the Dallas Sidekicks 0. The second quarter is coming up next. You're watching the Dallas Sidekicks on MASL TV.
This is Cameron Brown, number 15 of the Dallas Sidekicks. Be sure to come out to our January 5th game at 7 p.m. at the Allen Event Center when we take on the El Paso Coyotes. Tickets starting as low as $10. To purchase tickets, head over to DallasSidekicks.com/tickets. Join us on January 5th at 7 p.m. and let's go Kicks.
Pete Stein along with Matt Thornton from the Allen Event Center. As we get ready to begin the second quarter, the Dallas Sidekicks and the San Diego Sockers in a scoreless draw. The second quarter will begin with a San Diego power play. They have the man advantage for a minute 41. The Sockers out shooting Dallas 4-1. All 4 of those shots on goal for San Diego. The Sidekicks blocked 3 shots, and 2 fouls committed by the Sidekicks, 1 by the Sockers in the first 15 minutes of play. But the thing that stands out about that first quarter, Matt, all the possession time that San Diego had.
Yeah, you know, as head coach Simone Boza says, don't hand the knife to the other team to kill you with it. And I think they flipped it around. They flipped the script a little bit on them. And their team did a great job of maintaining that possession. I liked the defensive pairings, Pete. I really did. That's one thing I've watched and I've looked and I've seen. I haven't quite seen that chemistry built up yet. And I liked having Cody Ellis out there. I liked having Mike Jones with Aguayo. I think some of these defensive pairings, maybe they're starting to mesh and build some chemistry.
You can keep up with the Sidekicks by following us through social media on Facebook and Instagram at Go Sidekicks, at Go Sidekicks Official, and then don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Go Sidekicks. So the Sidekicks find themselves in a scoreless tie with a minute 12 to play, and we haven't seen many opportunities whatsoever for the Sidekicks through the first 15 minutes. Gamboa has
blocks. He's actually tied for first in the league with 7 block shots for the Dallas Sidekicks. But Sidekicks have kind of made up for that miss, not having him out there. They've done a good job of blocking shots.
And he was great against El Paso here just a little over a week ago. He was pivotal in that 7-4 victory. The Sockers are playing what they're calling their rivalry fortnight. They played Tacoma, now Dallas, and then they go to Monterey. The Sidekicks and Sockers have a long history against each other. They've played 15 minutes here tonight, neither team managing a goal. Ellis will kick off for Dallas, which will be a man down for 1:41 to begin the second quarter. Powell is still in the penalty box.
For the Sockers, both Christian Gutierrez and Christian Segura have power play goals, so both these guys are folks to watch out for in this power play, number 4 and number 13 in the midfield.
Powell was called for tripping. This is Ruiz across halfway for San Diego. Dallas backing up, playing a box defense with 2 men up top and 2 men back toward the goal. Childs on the left wing, back to Ruiz. Ruiz plays it up the middle of the top of the arc, right back to Childs. Some nice one-touch passing here from the Sockers. Childs to Ruiz at the point, to the corner. Watch out for Childs here, but they go the opposite way for a one-timer, sent just above the crossbar. San Diego's able to keep it inside the Dallas line. Back to Ruiz.
Sorry, Pete, you mentioned Childs. He was tied for first with 12 power play goals last season in the MASL.
Gutierrez had the one shot here on this power play, which has 35 seconds remaining as San Diego once again sets up shop. Gutierrez again, Gamboa makes a save, leaping up and deflects it to the corner. Nearly sent through the area to the right corner, but it's intercepted, and here come the Sidekicks. A man down on a counter. A shot from distance bounces into the arms of Pardo.
Well played by Ray Aguayo there. Got the clearance and the shot. Very nice job.
Down to 11 seconds of the power play. A shot that Gamboa stops. The shot coming from De Oliviero.
Oh, just a nice save by Juan. He is just absolutely incredible.
Powell out of the penalty boxes. We're even strength now, and Ruiz will play it back to Pardo.
Juan makes those blocks just look easy, doesn't he?
Might have to do it again. Ruiz inside the line. Childs with a nice pass. Deflected in front there by Mike Jones, and here comes Dallas out of the back.
Great job guarding the back post by Mike Jones. He anticipated that pass, cleared it out. Beautiful job.
Escato comes from behind to pick the pocket and win the ball back for San Diego. Pino has it now. Pino trying to feather a pass into the area. Comes out to the right side for Gutierrez, plays a wall pass into the area. Aguayo is there for Dallas, and Aguayo has it for the Sidekicks, gets it to Jones. Jones tried to play it square back to the middle. It's taken away. Serta plays it back to the keeper, Pardo. He finds his target moving up the left wing. That's Gutierrez approaching the Dallas line. Gutierrez tees it up, takes a shot, misses high and wide right. Pittman with a one-timer. It bounces into the hands of Gamboa.
Sidekicks, nice job on that power play defense. Very disciplined, maintain their box shape. Good penalty kill.
Pino gets it back to Pardo, to Serta. Pittman approaches halfway, drives one with the left foot, snatched out of the air by Gamboa, who rolls it right to Lovegrove, returns it to the keeper, Gamboa. Played to Ellis. Ellis being marked by Pittman, gets it back to Gamboa. Played off the wall to Ellis. Ellis trying to spring forward up the right side, finds Lovegrove. Lovegrove approaches the San Diego line, rolls it in, has a rebound. Lovegrove couldn't get enough of it. He's looking for a handball against Bond. No call forthcoming.
Yeah, Jamie just couldn't get enough a piece of that to get a good shot off.
Here's Contreras moving through the neutral zone up the left side. Gets it to Bond. Then Farber sends it to the right side for Ruiz. Ruiz not able to get around Lovegrove. Plays it to Serta on his left. Alegwe marking Serta, who plays it to the corner for Ruiz. Switching the attack to the right side. Contreras is there. Back to Cesar Cerda.
Not much pressure here from the Sidekicks. Kind of just content to kind of sit back, it seems, a little bit.
Looking to get the counterattack here, but right now, the Soccer's taking some air out of the ball. Less than 10.5 minutes remaining. We're still waiting on the game's first goal. Quintana chasing it down in the corner for the Sidekicks. Fending off Bond. Now Ritter gets there, and Ritter's able to get it to Gamboa. Here's Jones moving up the left side. Jones does a nice job as Farber approaches. Sent back to Gamboa. Ellis in front of the San Diego bench to Lovegrove. Powell battling with Pino for possession along the wall. Powell goes down. Pino pokes it to the left side, and here comes Cerda across halfway for the Sockers. Cerda to the top of the arc, and then it's dummy, played in front, and then put away by the left foot of Brandon Escato, the 5'4", 144-pound midfielder from Tijuana, Mexico, scores the first goal of the game and gives the Sockers a 1-0 lead with 9:33 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, he just did a good job of getting the rebound there. A one-timer back of the net, just unmarked, was allowed to run free to the goal, got himself a goal.
A little bit of a breakdown defensively there for Dallas.
Yeah, should not have allowed him to run free through there.
Don't forget you can get your tickets for our next game, which is January 5th against El Paso at 7 p.m. It's eSports Night. Tickets can be purchased at DallasSidekicks.com/tickets. Dallas finds themselves trailing by a goal with less than 9.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Quintana has it for the Sidekicks. Getting the assist on the goal a moment ago was Christian Gutierrez, also from Tijuana, Mexico, so a little chemistry there. Brown in the left corner. Frees himself, plays it back to midfield. The shot is blocked and then headed by Contreras. Quintana gets there at midfield. Farber plays it ahead with a header. Winning the ball ultimately for the Sidekicks was Artur Evo. Along the near side, it's Piedra to Quintana. Brown settles it. Trying to get around to Ortega instead. Plays it back to the middle for Quintana to Ellis. Laid back for Ricardinho. Brown got tripped up.
Yeah.
He got tangled up with Ortega. Luis Pee-wee Ortega put Brown on the ground with 8:14 to play in the second, and the Sockers leading 1-0. Brown will get medical attention. Just a reminder that you're watching the Sidekicks on MASL TV. You can catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.TV. Brown slowly picking himself up as the team trainer, Steve Parker, comes out to take a look at him.
Brown really infuriated because it was one of those plays, it was a very undisciplined play by the San Diego Sockers player. Stuck his foot out. It's a very clear trip. Cameron giving him the what-to here for as he walks off the field there. I think he's pretty unhappy with that play.
So Brown getting a breather. Ricardinho talking with the officiating crew. By the way, tonight's officials are Brandon Garner, Adam Garner. The referee is Jason Ano. The fourth official is Jennifer Garner. Dallas will get a free kick just from the left of the penalty area, and Ricardinho, of course, dangerous on these restarts.
Yeah, he's so creative, the captain. He's got that veteran savvy.
San Diego setting up a two-man wall with Gonzalez and De Oliveira. Ricardinho will signal for a timeout with 8:14 to play in the second quarter. The San Diego Sockers leading the Dallas Sidekicks 1-0. Scoring the goal for San Diego at 5:27 of the second quarter was Brandon Escato. He was assisted by Christian Gutierrez, and that's where we stand. San Diego 1, Dallas 0.
This is Cameron Brown, number 15 of the Dallas Sidekicks. Be sure to come out to our January 5th game at 7 p.m. at the Allen Event Center when we take on the El Paso Coyotes. Tickets starting as low as $10. To purchase tickets, head over to DallasSidekicks.com/tickets. Join us on January 5th at 7 p.m. and let's go Kicks.
Sidekicks trailing San Diego 1-0 with 8:14 to play in the second quarter. San Diego dominating possession here in this game, and they have the game's only goal. It's a pretty good crowd here on Boxing Day. We've already had the festive fixtures earlier in the day, and now Boxing Day features the Dallas Sidekicks.
Yeah, I hear Santa's in the house, so apparently the big man's job is done. So
hey, after a hard day of work, nothing better than going to a Sidekicks game.
Absolutely. Talked about some of the good defense from the Sidekicks. I thought they did actually a nice job. They gave up the one goal there, but a lot more disciplined in their defensive effort today. Probably the best defensive effort I've seen from them this season, Pete.
Need to pull one back now after falling behind. Trailing 1-0 after the timeout. Ricardinho will once again align his teammates for this free kick. Now Pardo's working to align the defense, and San Diego's going with a three-man wall. Farber is at the end of that wall with De Oliviero and Juan Gonzalez. One-time shot off the left foot is no good for Artur Evo.
Well designed. He had Jamie as the fake there and went across. Goaltender just got just enough of that to kick it out. Well designed play though.
Alegwe not able to get it, but it comes out to Ricardinho. Garza plays it back to the middle of the pitch to Aguayo. Ricardinho plays it square to Ellis. Aguayo back to Ricardinho. Now Dallas trying to play that possession game against San Diego. The Sockers have executed their strategy to near perfection, taking a 1-0 lead. 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half as Gamboa crosses his own line and gets it to Alegwe. Alegwe with a shot from the line, misses wide right.
Nice turn by Vicmore there. He's gotten so good at that posting up, playing with his back, and then turning and shooting.
Gonzalez corralled the rebound, and then a foul is called as moving up the left wing boards for San Diego was Ortega. Ortega gets taken down, and that draws the whistle with 7:11 to play in the second quarter, and San Diego leading 1-0.
Yeah, Fernando Garza got enough a piece of him to knock him down there.
Contreras to Pardo. Pardo finds Ruiz. Back to the keeper, Pardo. Pardo drives it to the corner on the left side off the glass. Knocked down by Childs. He plays it into space. Lovegrove is there for Dallas, but he loses possession, and the goal scorer moves into the area, has it deflected away. Ruiz chases it down along the boards. Ruiz off his chest gets it to Childs, who got a rebound, and the volley is good. Childs scores the goal that gives San Diego a 2-0 lead with 6:32 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, he got his own rebound there. We'll see the replay. Just bounces off the top. Childs just one time. Took a little bit off of it. I couldn't tell if number 19 maybe got a head on it there.
Watching it again, it looks like Escato may have his second goal.
Yeah.
In live action, it looked like it was cleanly put in on the volley by Childs, but that replay made it look like maybe Escato got a head on it. We'll see how they score it. 6.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Lovegrove has it for Dallas. Sidekicks find themselves trailing 2-0. They fell behind early against El Paso. They were able to rebound and come back and win it 7-4. Jones gets pushed down here near the Dallas bench along the left wing boards, and that's where the Sidekicks will get a free kick.
I think Mike Jones shaking his head thought that maybe should have been a card.
They gave Childs credit for the goal, and they gave the assist to Hiram Ruiz.
Here's the replay again, and you can just see, just clearly just knocks Mike Jones off the ball. I mean, maybe a card there. What do you think, Pete?
Right on the border.
Yeah.
Sidekicks have possession. Quintana gets it from Lovegrove, sends it back. Lovegrove moves toward the left side. Side boots a pass over to Piedra. Lovegrove to Quintana. Back to Lovegrove. Pass into the corner, off the wall. But Reza is there for San Diego, and the Sockers send it all the way down.
And Sidekick showing a little more offensive effort here, applying the pressure.
Jones to the San Diego line. Pino is there, trips Jones, and the official reaches into his pocket and pulls out the blue card. The Sidekicks have a power play opportunity with 5:21 to play in the second quarter, trailing 2-0. This is just what the doctor ordered for the Dallas Sidekicks.
Looks a lot like the other play, only going the opposite direction, and Mike Jones boarded into the wall there. And, you know, it's one of those things where Mike Jones, he's just being aggressive, using his body, drew that foul, and you got to love it when you see the big defender going up on offense like that.
Dallas is converting on 29% of their power play opportunities. Really need to find a goal here, trailing 2-0 with 5:21 to play in the second quarter. Lovegrove restarts play to Ricardinho. Ellis. Back to Ricardinho. Play to the left wing side for Lovegrove. Ricardinho to Ellis, back to Ricardinho. Lovegrove thought he was going to line up a one-timer. Instead, he and Ricardinho play catch. Now Ellis gets involved. Feeds Ricardinho crossing the San Diego line on the left side into the area for Vicmore Ligwe. He fed Lovegrove, who just missed.
Just missed off the side.
Comes out to Ellis. Ricardinho to Lovegrove, back to Ricardinho. Off the wall into the area. Never got to a Ligwe. Pardo controls.
Dangerous rebound there.
A minute 13 remaining on the power play for Dallas. Pardo beats Lovegrove to the ball. Knocks it off the glass. Serta has it to Farber in the center circle. To Serta. His pass intercepted by Ellis. Played into space. Pardo calls everybody off and controls for the Sockers. Gets it to Ortega. To Serta. Marked by Ricardinho. Farber. To Vicmore Ligwe.
Sidekick struggling to regain possession in the power play here.
41 seconds remaining with the man advantage for the Sidekicks. In the corner, Evo puts it in front, and then it's grabbed by Pardo. Contreras was there defensively for San Diego. Just a long heave beyond halfway, headed by Gamboa, settled by Ricardinho. The Brazilian moves up the middle of the pitch, passes left to Lovegrove, back to Ricardinho, right to Ellis. Ricardinho settles it with the right foot, plays it with the left back to Ellis, who finds Evo in the corner. Evo back to Ellis, to Ricardinho wearing the captain's armband. Time running out in the power play. The shot goes wide left. A second bite of the cherry, and a Ligwe scores!
Vicmore with the back of the net. Is a beautiful rebound. Watch this goal. Cody Ellis, Jamie Lovegrove, and Vicmore with the one-timer. Very nice. Upper left corner of the goal.
Ligwe scores his 7th goal of the season. He leads the Sidekicks in goals scored. And just as the power play came to an end, the Sidekicks pull a goal back, and it's San Diego leading Dallas 2-1.
It's also Lovegrove's first assist of the season as well. So nice to see him get on the assist board.
So San Diego will kick off. Childs in the center circle. Childs wears the captain's armband for San Diego. Well, Dallas not able to score on the power play, but Lovegrove assisted Olegwe just as the power play expired at 11:46 of the second period. San Diego leads by a goal, 2-1.
It's nice persistence there by the Sidekicks power play. Good job.
Lovegrove, who has 6 goals this season, that's his first assist. Dallas looking to get the equalizer here. Brown was looking for a foul, but none forthcoming.
A nifty little spin move by Brown there to get free.
Sockers in neutral territory. On the ball right now is the goal scorer, Escato. Pino, marked by Ricardinho, plays it back to the keeper, Pardo.
Sidekicks a little bit more pressure here now.
Reza getting to the Dallas line, runs into Quintana. Reza in the corner, not able to control it, still battling. Plays it through the area to the left side. Pino running up on it, gets tangled up with Cameron Brown, and that's going to draw a blue card. And Brown all in the face of Pino. Both men barking at each other. And I think it's Brown who's been issued the blue card here.
Yeah, Brown, when he went down there, he got his cleats up and gave him he's really hot there, getting into the face of Pina. I'm not sure if that's a retaliation foul there. I don't want to go there, but I can't recall. Was it Pina that tangled up with Brown earlier?
No, I think it was Ruiz.
That's right, it was.
But there may be some history between those two because it certainly looked like they were not strangers.
It looked a little personal, didn't it?
Yeah. Brown in the penalty box for 2 minutes. A little less than 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter, so in theory, the power play could extend into the third quarter for 5 seconds.
And sorry, Pete, a little bit undisciplined there by Cameron Brown. Sometimes he can get a little hot-headed at times, and
Childs wastes no time scoring another power play goal for the Sockers. They're now up 3-1. They came into the night converting just 20% of their power play opportunities.
And Childs, one of the guys to watch, keep an eye on him, and now he's got 4 goals on the season. And just a clean off the hill. Upper left. Juan Gamboa could not get to that ball.
Yeah, Gamboa's going to be a little disappointed in himself, but he's probably his harshest critic.
Yeah.
And now San Diego is leading 3-1. It's San Diego with a 3-1 lead, by the way, with 1:49 to play.
Absolute laser by Childs. I think it was on a frozen rope.
So Childs gets the goal, and the assist goes to Cesar Cerda. Look out, San Diego may be looking for more before the interval here. Farber plays it off the wall into the area. Cerda tried to get it teed up, poked away by Vicmore Olegwe. Comes out to Contreras, and now Pino calls for it and has it in the center circle.
Sidekicks reeling a little bit on defense. They need to calm down, get back to what they were doing earlier this game.
Childs now with 4 goals for San Diego this season after giving the Sockers a 3-1 lead. With 1:04 to play, San Diego has possession. Pardo with an aerial to the right corner, headed by Ellis. Aguayo nods it off the crossbar. Dallas desperately trying to get this ball cleared out. It's off the chest of Vicmore Olegwe, but right to the feet of Contreras, who directs it to Cerda.
Wow, such a dangerous play there. My goodness. Aguayo will like to have that header back.
Pino to Pardo. Down to the final 35 seconds of the first half. San Diego leading 3-1. Pardo gets it to Cerda. Cerda moves up the right flank, crosses halfway. Plays it inside the line into the area for De Oliveero. Back heels it, taken away. Sidekicks on the counterattack. A wall pass intended for a legway. The legway not able to get past Gutierrez. And De Oliveero has it to Serta. He'll just let the time run out as we come to the end of the second quarter at the Allen Event Center. The San Diego Sockers taking a 2-0 lead before Dallas scored, but it was a one-goal game for only a very brief time. The Sockers go on the power play and take a 3-1 lead on a Childs goal, and that's where we stand as we come to the end of the first half at the Allen Event Center. A lot of action in that first half. San Diego dominated the possession time, and they have a 2-goal lead as we head to the half at the Allen Event Center.
This is Cameron Brown, number 15 of the Dallas Sidekicks. Be sure to come out to our January 5th game at 7 p.m. at the Allen Event Center where we take on the El Paso Coyotes. Tickets starting as low as $10. To purchase tickets, head over to DallasSidekicks.com/tickets. Join us on January 5th at 7 p.m. and let's go Kicks.
Back here at the Allen Event Center, Pete Stein along with Matt Thornton, and kind of a disappointing first half hour for the Sidekicks. They let San Diego play that possession game, and Sidekicks got carded twice, Powell and Brown, and the Sockers capitalized on both of their power play opportunities, and that's the difference right now. San Diego with the 3-1 lead.
Yeah, and discipline's the word. You know, the first quarter, the Sidekicks did a really nice job of playing that possession-style defense. And I think that last 5 minutes there, they seemed to lose their minds a little bit. They allowed the Sockers to get in their head and, you know, just were reeling on defense, Pete. Just couldn't seem to quite get it together, and they all looked off. As they walked off, they looked very frustrated and kind of disappointed in themselves.
This game was scoreless at the end of the first quarter, but the scoreless tie was broken by San Diego at the 5:27 mark of the second quarter. Scoring the goal was Brandon Escato. The 5'4", 144-pound midfielder was assisted by Christian Gutierrez, giving San Diego a 1-0 lead. They would score again at 8:28 on a goal from Craig Childs, and Childs would have another tally before the end of the half, but not before the Sidekicks got on the board. The Sidekicks scoring the goal at 11:46 of the second quarter to make it 2-1. Vicmore Alegwe scoring the goal, assisted by Jamie Lovegrove, just as time expired off a power play. And then Childs scored his second goal of the game. So Childs now with 5 goals this season, 2 tonight, and the San Diego Sockers with a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and the Dallas Sidekicks, they had 7 shots, no blocks, 3 saves, 1 foul, 1 penalty in that second quarter. On the flip side, the San Diego had 6 shots, 2 blocks, 4 saves, 2 fouls, 1 penalty. Like you said, capitalized twice on the Dallas Sidekicks blue cards.
Yeah, a 2-foot tackle called against Cameron Brown at 13:05 of the second quarter, and a tripping call against Powell at 14:41 of the first quarter. The power play lapsed into the early stages of the second quarter, and that's when San Diego broke the scoreless tie, taking advantage of the power play, and the Sockers with a 2-goal lead here at the half at the Allen Event Center. Pete Stein along with Matt Thornton tonight here at the Allen Event Center. The Sidekicks playing their second home game of the campaign. They're 1-0 at home. They're 2-2 on the season. San Diego looking for their first road win. They're 2-1, 0-1 away from home. It's halftime. Our score, San Diego 3, Dallas 1.
This is Cameron Brown, number 15 of the Dallas Sidekicks. Be sure to come out to our January 5th game at 7 p.m. at the Allen Event Center when we take on the El Paso Coyotes. Tickets starting as low as $10. To purchase tickets, head over to DallasSidekicks.com/tickets. Join us on January 5th at 7 p.m. and let's go Kicks.
Back here at the Allen Event Center, Pete Stein along with Matt Thornton. You'd like to see the Sidekicks maybe apply a little more pressure defensively to try to change things up a little bit here in this game.
Yeah, and they turned it around on offense, Pete. There in the second quarter, they had 7 shots to the Sockers' 6 shots, whereas in the first quarter they had 2. So you like the offensive, a little more active offensively. I think it was the mental meltdown that they had on the penalties. I think, Cameron Brown's was a little bit undisciplined, and then they capitalized on those power plays. So I think they've just got to go in, collect. I think head coach Simone Bozas has to say, look, do what you did for the first quarter and up to about 5 minutes towards the end of the half. Do that this second half and get a little more offensive creativity. I like the off-the-ball moves that Jamie was making, Jamie Lovegrove. And, when they're creating and they're moving off the ball, they do a really nice job on offense. And when they're trying to play that possession style at their half, it's not quite as effective.
Yeah, it's the one thing is they've just kind of backed off and let San Diego control the ball in their own end. What we saw them do so effectively, Dallas, in their last home game, was put some high pressure, and that kind of changed the course of that game against El Paso. Of course, tonight playing a Coyote side that's just a little bit stronger than that El Paso team. We're pleased to be joined now by Fernando Cortez, goalkeeper for the Sidekicks. He wears number 12 for Dallas. His hometown is West Palm Beach, Florida, playing his first season in the MASL. What have you learned about indoor soccer so far?
Back at home, I played 5v5, so with lines, not really
more futsal.
Yeah, exactly. But it was with turf. But learning with the walls and the 6v6.
How does the wall change things for a goalkeeper?
Oh, just hitting it off. You see some of these players, they make passes off the walls, or they use the wall for just to find the other option.
Yeah,
So
they'll use the wall to set up maybe a player coming in from the wing, or sometimes you'll see them use the wall to play it back to themselves.
Exactly, exactly.
So is it more hectic playing goal indoors than it is outdoors?
Oh, yeah. I feel like you have to be just on your toes 24/7. So, but it's something that I've been doing for years now, so not too bad.
Now I understand you're also a great dancer.
My family's Colombian, Colombian background, so the salsa and the cumbia and all that. Yeah.
Teaching the guys any of your moves?
Oh no, not really. Yeah. Not really.
So besides you, who's a good dancer for the Sidekicks?
TJ.
Yeah, TJ.
Nelson, yeah, I see him sometimes. He gets down. I see him.
You mentioned you're from Colombia. You played for the Colombia national team.
Yes, sir. It was about I can't remember. We played I don't know how many months ago. The Colombian national team it's just forming. So the Association of Colombia, they're based in Miami. So I got to meet them, and we went to Boise, Idaho. We played against the Mexican arena.
Right.
And a few of these guys from San Diego play. I remember seeing them.
I know that's something that indoor soccer's wanted for a long time, is to kind of have an international game, copy the outdoor game a little bit. What was that experience like for you in Boise?
It was great just to be able to come in and see all the fans with the Colombian jersey. People want to take pictures with you. People, kind of congratulating for the work that we're trying to do. It was a really good feeling.
I've heard guys talk that maybe played in a World Cup or maybe played Davis Cup tennis, talk about it's a whole different experience when you're playing for your country. Did you kind of experience the same thing?
I feel like, I was born in West Palm Beach, so I'm American, but just having that Colombian background and family and being able to go to Colombia, it kind of has given, it's like if I was from there, it feels like it. And
but you absolutely have roots there for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, yes.
And you like to travel, right?
Yeah, I actually, with Colombia, the U21 the mini football team.
Right.
They had a chance to go to Czech Republic, and you were allowed to take 4 players 94. So it was U21, so
Right.
I'm 24, so it's 94 to 90.
It's okay, I don't do math.
Yeah, I mean, not that good at it either. That's why I'm a science major. I was a science major. But yeah, I went there, got to play there. I got to play in China, an amateur tournament that the winner got to represent the U.S. in an amateur tournament. Back with guys
Right.
back at home. So, I think soccer has given me that experience to be able to travel and get to meet new places in the world.
Playing behind Juan Gamboa, who's been a great indoor keeper for a long time now. What have you learned from Juan?
Man, he's just his composure. I'm the type of guy that I like to push up a lot. You'll see me almost at the half of the field. But his composure it's kind of taught me a lot from starting to learn arena soccer and yeah, I mean, every day I'm learning from him.
One of the things about being a keeper in the arena game, I mean, it's important in the outdoor game too, but I think it's even more so in the arena game. You have to distribute the ball. You're almost a quarterback, to use a football analogy. You're almost a quarterback back there. So you have to be a good passer both with your feet and your hands.
Yes. That's actually something that me and Gamboa and I have spoken about. That's what it feels like. Whenever we're practicing, whenever you'll see a little bit of my part and a little bit of his part, just learn, getting that distribution on point, because to me it's a key factor in the style of soccer.
Yeah, absolutely. And who would you say are the best target players for you here with the Sidekicks?
I mean, you got Vic Moore, you got Anthony, strong guy, rookie as well. To be honest, there's a lot of players that can hold up a ball. I think that's what this league has. Guys that can hold the ball and very technical. So it's
People talk about indoor soccer and they say it's like playing in a phone booth. You're probably not even old enough to know what a phone booth is, but it's a very confined space. It makes it in some ways tougher than the outdoor game, and it's probably more physical than the outdoor game.
Yes, definitely. I did play outdoor as goalie.
Right.
I mean, everybody used to see me as the smallest goalie. But I got to play in college and all that, so it's not too bad.
Was there somebody you looked up to as a goalkeeper?
I got go by my height, Nick Raimondo.
Yeah, okay.
And then
There's a guy that can distribute the ball really well.
Really well. And then the guy that plays for the USL that also played in West Palm. His name's Diego Restrepo. He plays for San Antonio FC. So just those guys like that.
Fernando, I know you'd rather be down there, but thanks for coming up and being part of our halftime show tonight.
Appreciate it.
Fernando Cortez from West Palm Beach, Florida, now making his home here and being a part of the Dallas Sidekicks. And I promise you, before the season's over, we're probably going to see Fernando Cortez in goal for Dallas. The Sidekicks trail 3-1 at the half.
This is Cameron Brown, number 15 of the Dallas Sidekicks. Be sure to come out to our January 5th game at 7 p.m. at the Allen Event Center when we take on the El Paso Coyotes. Tickets starting as low as $10. To purchase tickets, head over to DallasSidekicks.com/tickets. Join us on January 5th at 7 p.m. and let's go Kicks.
Back here at the Allen Event Center at halftime, the Sidekicks are trailing the San Diego Sockers 3-1. San Diego scoring the first goal early in the second quarter and then took a 2-0 lead. Dallas cut that in half, but giving up that third goal, that was just kind of a gut punch for the Sidekicks.
It really was. And there for a second I said, going down 2-1, going into half, not too bad. And 3-1, that's a bit of a mountain to climb. If they can keep the shots coming the way they did in that second quarter, I think they might have a chance to get back. But I think Simone Bozas probably at the halftime came in, talked to his defense, said, guys, settle down. You're reeling a little bit. No need to get your heads out of whack. Let's get our clear minds and get back in the game, because they really had a nice outing up until that last 5-6 minutes.
Sidekicks have got to stay out of the penalty box here, and they need to try to create some opportunities for themselves in the power play. Now, the Sidekicks didn't score a power play goal, but it was right as the power play expired that Vic Moralegwe scored.
Okay, all right, that's good to know, because actually I thought it was a power play goal as well. So yeah, they with Jamie and Vic Moore up there on the point, running that point there, it's just such a nice pairing. Vic Moore, he does a great job of playing with his back to the goal. He's done a better, as the seasons have progressed, he's gotten better and better at doing that, playing that point position. I love to see him in the mix in the middle there. And this new kid, Anthony Powell, the rookie, he's doing, playing that point position as well. I think he's still adjusting a little bit to the indoor game, but Vic Moore to me is probably the best point player the Sidekicks have on the roster.
This rivalry dates back to 1983, back in the Major Indoor Soccer League. They meet 2 times this year, and San Diego has the upper hand right now as we're just a few moments away from second half action. Remember, you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. And if you want to wear the same jersey as your favorite Sidekick, you can do that. You can purchase Sidekicks gear at our fan store, and you can look just like your favorite player. Visit DallasSidekicks.com/store to check out all the Sidekicks gear. Pete Stein along with Matt Thornton, and there you see the Sidekicks. They've gone back to the original green and white and wearing green and white strip with the black numerals as they huddle up, get ready for the second half, and try to solve the puzzle that has been the San Diego Sockers tonight. San Diego, frankly, has dominated possession time. Sidekicks got to find a way to win the ball and see more of the ball in the second half.
Yeah, that man we were just talking about, Vic Moore-Ligwe, I saw him talking up the ref there. Never a bad idea. I think a guy we used to see around here quite a bit, Tattoo.
Oh, he could work some officials.
In that ref's ear, wasn't he? And maybe taking a page a little bit there out of the Tattoo's book. We'll see if it works.
Tattoo is a little more animated, I think.
Valid point.
So Childs will kick off as the third quarter gets underway at the Allen Event Center. San Diego leading 3-1. Childs immediately goes to Farber. Quintana trying to get the ball for Dallas. Got his boot up kind of high. A shot goes wide right. Shot taken by Childs. The rebound comes out to Jones. Lovegrove breaks up the left side for Dallas. Plays it into the area looking for Cameron Brown, but it's intercepted. It's taken away by Raimundo Contreras.
Oh, a nice cross pass there by Jamie Lovegrove. Cameron just barely missed that ball.
Well, that would have been something if the Sidekicks could have struck there for an early goal here in the third. Pardo gets it to the goal scorer, one of the goal scorers tonight, Brandon Escato. Escato scored the first goal of the game, and Childs has scored twice. This is Pino switching the attack to the left side. Childs is open in front. Gets the ball just outside the area. Gamboa gets enough of it and then falls on top of it, making the save, keeping it 3-1 San Diego. Remember, San Diego has scored 4 goals in all 3 of their previous games coming into tonight. No more, no less.
And on that shot by Childs, Christian Quintana just kind of let him run. Yeah.
Blue card coming out here. Fernando Garza is going to be called for tripping.
Yeah, Garza there. You'll see this. Just a very clear penalty. He lost the ball, lost possession, and just took the man down.
Escato takes the tumble. And
it's a tough penalty, but I think it's one he probably has to take.
San Diego's going to get the penalty kick out of this. It was a breakaway opportunity for the Sockers. So the Sidekicks will be down a man. It'll be a live ball. The Sidekicks have to put all 4 men in the center circle here. Childs moves in. Gamboa makes himself large, and Childs has a hat trick. His 3rd goal of the game gives San Diego a 4-1 lead with 13:37 to play in the 3rd. Childs is not the man you want to face under these circumstances.
Yeah, definitely not. He just takes that little pass and then just not a lot Juan Gamboa can do there. He made it look a lot easier than actually it is, but kept it simple. One touch, back of the net.
Not the start that the Sidekicks wanted to the second half, falling behind San Diego 4-1. Sidekicks will kick off. Arter Evo restarts play. It comes to Ellis on the left side. Ellis looking for Vicmore Alegwe. Chested down but can't control it. And ends up turning it over to San Diego. The penalty kick for Childs. His third goal of the game. Coming at 1:23, and that shot sails high. Here comes San Diego on the counterattack. De Oliveira switches it to the right side. Played into the area for De Oliveira, who settles it off the wall. Ruiz comes up, can't catch it cleanly. And then Ortega sends it off the wall to Pino.
Yeah, Vicmore Alegwe had a chance at that ball, just couldn't settle it down.
Pittman with the long ball, snatched out of the air by Gamboa. Ricardinho with the one-touch pass. Now Gamboa launches it beyond halfway, and Quintana gives chase, but Pino is there first. Pino plays it back to Pardo. Pardo only allowing the one goal in the first half. Distributes to De Oliveira. Off the wall to Reza. Reza with a shot and a goal, and it's 5-1. San Diego. Reza scoring his first goal of the game for San Diego, and it's his first goal of the season for the Sockers.
Yeah, and boy, that's just a tough good ball there. Reza just simply took it, pushed it right. It was a nice shot in the left side of the goal. Sidekicks defense reeling right now. It looked like they did at the end of the second quarter there.
Sidekicks scored 7 goals in their last game here at the Allen Events Center. They came in with 20 goals scored this season with a 2-2 record. In danger of falling under 500, trailing San Diego 5-1. That ball is won by Bond, who moves up the right wing boards. Gets it back to his keeper. This is played to Contreras. Quintana marking Contreras. Pardo across his own line. Diagonal ball, looking for Bond, headed away by Ricardinho. Knocked down by Powell. Powell has control of it. Looking for some support. Ricardinho plays it into space. Powell runs up on it in front of the Sidekicks bench. Plays it to Quintana in the center circle, back to Ricardinho. The veteran plays it left to Mike Jones. The defender who likes to push forward. Plays it to Ricardinho, back to Jones in front of the scorer's table.
Mike Jones might have got away with a little push there, and there's a retaliatory shot. It's always the second guy, always the second guy that gets it.
And in this case, it's Taylor Walter Bond, the 6'2", 200-pounder from St. Charles, Illinois, who gets called for this push against Jones.
Again, maybe a card there.
Yeah, that could have easily been a card.
It just couldn't be more egregious than a forearm right to the back.
Brown plays it to the corner. Ricardinho heads it into the area, but it's grabbed by Pardo. 10:40 to play in the third, and the Sockers lead by 4, 5-1. Childs with a hat trick tonight. Wall pass into the area.
Great tracking back by Ricky there.
Gamboa distributes. San Diego's got a man down in the corner. Ricardinho just caught him in the face with an elbow. The Sockers player still shaken up, needing attention. That's Contreras, who nearly got knocked into the Dallas bench.
I think it was somebody on the bench, actually. It's somebody on the bench that got hit in the head with the door.
The man's down in the corner here. And Ricardinho defending himself.
trying to see who's on the
Yeah,
Sidekicks bench. Sorry, Pete. I'm trying to see who's on the Sidekicks bench there. I think the door swung open and hit somebody in the face over there on the Sidekicks bench is what everybody's concerned about on that end. You got the man down over here, the soccer players you were mentioning. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so we've got 2 instances. And now we got the 2 benches kind of barking at each other as well. There's really no love lost between the Sidekicks and the Sockers, and that's been passed down from generation to generation. Looks like they're also trying to do maybe some repair work on the dasher board in the corner. Getting helped up to his feet for San Diego, the man who scored the first goal of the game, Brandon Escato. Meanwhile, Ricardinho getting into it.
Yeah, Escato immediately went over to Ricardinho and just started yelling in his face.
Yeah, San Diego not happy. Ricardinho got him with an elbow in the face. And certainly San Diego's going to feel like it was intentional.
Here's a replay immediately.
Ricardinho, a veteran, been in this league a long time, has played a lot of indoor soccer. And I don't think Escato really wants any part of Ricardinho.
I was going to say, I think he probably gives up about 50, 60 pounds on him.
Might want to stay in his own weight class. 10:21 to play in the third. The Sockers have the scoreboard in their favor. They lead 5-1.
Trying to read so the referees. All right. So we got penalties to both teams there. We'll sort out what's what here in a second.
I didn't see any card issued.
No, I did not see a card either.
Looks like it's going to be a San Diego free kick in front of their bench to restart play.
You got 6-on-6 too, so all men on the field here. Interesting change of events there. Let's see if that changes the momentum for the Dallas Sidekicks.
See if the Sidekicks can't capture some momentum after that burst of emotion. Giles trying a one-touch pass but not able to get around Jones, who's into the corner. Things are going to get kind of physical from here, I would think, and the officials are going to have to monitor play pretty closely. Dallas gets a free kick out of their own end. Lovegrove gets it right back from Gamboa. Gamboa will send it upfield, bounces past Alegwe. Contreras gets it to Pardo.
Emotions running very high right now for both teams, you can tell.
Pardo across his own line to Ruiz, back to Pardo. Ortega with a one-touch pass to Ruiz, breaking up the right side, across halfway. Childs in the corner, marked by Aguayo, and a blue card coming out. Ellis and Ruiz barking at each other. Things don't look so nice down on the pitch.
Yeah, Ruiz, I think, got the blue card there, and I didn't quite see what was happening. It was off the ball.
So Ruiz goes to the penalty box for 2 minutes with 9:28 to play in the third quarter. Sidekicks trailing 5-1, get the man advantage.
See if we can see what happened here now.
And Ellis has to be careful here because the last thing he wants to do is get carded for ungentlemanly conduct and just balance things out.
Yeah, they've just got the Sidekicks have to just bring their emotions down a little bit. They're just playing at such high extreme emotion. Started at the end of that second quarter, and it's just kind of carried into the third here, Pete.
Yeah, and I think they've lost their composure a little bit here.
Yeah.
But right now they got the man advantage. They need to capitalize on the power play. They've not been a great power play team coming into tonight, 29%. Ricardinho sending it to the top of the arc for a leg way, gets it right back from Ellis to the right wing boards. Comes back to Ricardinho at the point. Plays it to Lovegrove, to Ellis. Left-footed shot blocked. Back to Ricardinho. Evo calling for the ball, a one-timer, and he just missed the far side netting. On the rebound, Lovegrove with a shot, saved by Pardo, and cleared out to midfield. Gamboa heads it to Ellis.
Just barely missed on the left side there. Jamie Lovegrove with a nice rebound shot as well.
Ellis to Evo. Sweeps it back to Ellis. Square to Ricardinho. Back to Ellis. On his right foot, a shot on its way. Deflected to Lovegrove. Right back to Ricardinho at the point. 44 seconds remaining on the power play. Ricardinho runs up on it at the top of the arc. Double team, plays it right, and that one is sent into the corner seats. That was a wild shot.
Evo's going to want that one back. He sent that one into the upper deck. My goodness. Nice draw down there. Ricky drew the whole defense to himself, and then he just pushed it right on a very nice little pass. Fortunately, couldn't capitalize.
Couldn't get it on frame. Couldn't get it within the confines of the playing surface.
That one went to Frisco. Ugh.
Yeah, Evo beating himself up. The Sidekicks have 37 seconds remaining on the power play. Ruiz in the penalty box for San Diego, and Ricardinho gets thrown down by Contreras. That should be another card.
No doubt. By the neck. Grabbed him by the neck and threw him down.
That's a horse collar tackle.
I just can't even believe that's not a card right now.
Contreras is lucky he's not in the penalty box right now. Ellis to the corner. Evo off the wall looking for Vic Moralegwe. Gets covered up by Pardo. Sidekicks wanted a handball call, none forthcoming.
Right.
They thought Pardo was outside the area handling the ball. This is Ortega in the corner, unable to get around Ellis. It comes to Ricardinho. 5 seconds left on the power play. Time expires on the power play as two men collide in neutral territory.
Another card here forthcoming.
Evo helped to his feet. And this time it looks like it's going to be Ortega going to the penalty box for San Diego.
Just ran by him, grabbed him, kicked him.
I got to tell you, I thought the infraction on Contreras was a lot more serious than that.
Ricky going thrown down by his neck there. Yeah, you know, the emotions are very high in this game, obviously, and as Pee-wee sits in the sin bin.
Pee-wee's grounded.
Pee-wee, it's not in the playhouse. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Dallas once again on the power play. Ricardinho to Evo, had it on frame, but Pardo is up to the challenge and makes the save. Deflected out to Lovegrove. On the left wing boards, he plays to Ricardinho in the middle to Ellis. Back to Ricardinho, chips it off the chest of Alegwe, unable to control it. Here's a shot from the right corner for Evo. He gets tangled up with a soccer, and it should be a free kick for Dallas. We'll see how it's called.
Yeah.
Looks like a hold.
Yeah, as he was falling to the ground, it was kind of a deft little play there. As he's falling down, he grabs him. He grabs his leg there. Just brings him down.
By any means possible.
Right. This looks more like a American football match right now.
Right now, it does. Less than 7 minutes to play in the third. Sockers lead 5-1. Dallas on the power play for another 91 seconds. Dallas 0 for 2 with the man advantage so far tonight. Ricardinho tried to blast it through. It's deflected all the way back out to the center circle. Gamboa runs up on it, leaves it for Lovegrove. To the corner for Evo. Back to Ellis. To Ricardinho at the point. Ricardinho to Alegwe at the top of the arc. Tried to play it left. It got deflected back to Ricardinho. To the corner for Evo. Ricardinho open, calling for the ball. Plays it to Lovegrove. One-timer. That one's up near the rafters and into the corner seats.
Man, that one, Evo's went to Frisco. I think that one went to McKinney.
1:05 remaining.
Guys need to lean over the ball a little more. They're just getting, they're just leaning back when they're hitting it on those one-timers.
5-1, Sockers lead. 1:05 remaining on the power play, and there's an official timeout. The Sidekicks trail San Diego here at the Allen Event Center in their second home game of the season. San Diego's Childs has a hat trick tonight, and the Sockers lead 5-1.
This is Cameron Brown, number 15 of the Dallas Sidekicks. Be sure to come out to our January 5th game at 7 p.m. at the Allen Event Center when we take on the El Paso Coyotes. Tickets starting as low as $10. To purchase tickets, head over to DallasSidekicks.com/tickets. Join us on January 5th at 7 p.m. and let's go Kicks.
Let's go Kicks is the chance here at Allen Event Center. Dallas trailing by 4. On the power play, needing to capitalize.
Well, the emotions are just running so high right now. You just got to think that some of these veteran players, Jamie Lovegrove, Ricky, Cody Ellis, need to get this team back and get them back to an even playing field here. They're just playing with such emotion right now, and Sidekicks are just reeling.
Yeah, you could also make the case San Diego's lost their composure a little bit. We've seen Ruiz and Ortega go to the penalty box back-to-back for tripping and elbowing, respectively. That's Sylvia Hoffelman in amongst some of the more colorful Sidekicks fans, some of the more passionate fans here at Allen Event Center. Sidekicks have always had great support. With 6:32 to play, they're on the power play for another 64 seconds. Ellis has it to Ricardinho.
Sidekicks look to reset.
Ellis moving up the right flank, approaches the San Diego line, shoots from there, sails one over the goal into the seats behind Pardo. 48 seconds remain on the power play. 6:14 to play in the third. San Diego leading 5-1. Yeah, ball goes into the seats. It's not like baseball. You don't get to keep it. Got to return it. Goalkeeper distribution for Pardo and the Sockers. Long pass to Childs. Or pardon me, that's not Childs. Instead, that's Bond, who was marked by Ellis. And here comes Dallas with the man advantage for another 35 seconds. Ricardinho to Evo. It's been Evo in the corner, but now it's Ellis. Trying to get it back to Evo, who has to chase it in neutral territory. Back on his side of halfway. Evo moves forward. Left-footed shot is blocked. Comes all the way back to Gamboa. 15 seconds on the power play. Serta blocked the shot. Lovegrove trying to get an opportunity. Back to Ricardinho. Serta there defensively for the Sockers. Alegwe tripped up from behind by the midfielder, Brian Farber. Free kick for Dallas with 2 seconds on the power play, trailing by 4.
Yeah, Vic Moore just got his feet completely taken out there. Just no part of the ball. Got no piece of the ball.
San Diego sets up a 2-man wall. Lovegrove with his free kick. Lovegrove approaches with the right foot, swings it. Pardo knocks it down. Lovegrove had it on frame, but Pardo knocks it down, and San Diego on the counter. Farber off the wall, nearly scored on the counterattack, but missed wide left. Gamboa has it off the wall, gets it to Ricardinho, who switches it to Ellis. Back to the left side for Lovegrove, moving across halfway, approaching the San Diego line, trying to get past Serta. Lovegrove forced into the corner, double team there, puts a shot off the wall. Alegwe couldn't pull the trigger, has a chance from a tough angle. Alegwe scores, and Dallas is to within 3 of the Sockers, trailing 5-2 with 4:56 to play in the third.
Alegwe just was not going to give up on that ball. He got the shot. That first shot looked blocked. Here it is. He got the block and then just collected the ball. Upper left. Very nice.
Got wedged in there.
Lifted it. Good effort by Vicmore Alegwe. Second goal of the game. Sorry, Pete.
Yeah, no, much needed goal for the Sidekicks, and it took a lot of hard work to get it. And it's Alegwe who scores his 8th goal of the season. He's now got 9 points this year for Dallas. Sidekicks down by 3, and if you're a fan of indoor soccer, you don't need me to tell you that that's certainly a mountain that can be overcome.
Ligway looked over to the crowd after that goal, and he said, "That's one. Calm down, that's one."
Reysa sending that ball into the seats. Goalkeeper distribution coming up for Gamboa and the Sidekicks.
Christian Quintana is credited with the assist on that power play goal.
De Oliviero gets tripped up, and San Diego will get the free kick. Quintana picking up his first point of the season with that assist. 4.5 minutes remaining in the third. Even strength. Here's a chance developing, but Pardo plays it off the wall, and the Sidekicks don't have numbers inside the San Diego line. It comes out to Lovegrove in the center circle. Accelerates up the left side. Puts it in front, but it's past Powell. Here's Mike Jones pressing forward. Jones taken off of his feet, got back up and got it to Quintana.
Nice play by the rookie. The knife in there behind the defense. Almost got to that ball.
Quintana chasing down the loose ball for Dallas.
Lovegrove is down on the left side in the left corner. He looks injured.
Limping badly. Now Powell gets tangled up inside the area.
It's a clear takedown. This game's getting a little nasty, Pete.
That's Contreras in the middle of the action again.
Just reaches up around the neck
Oh
once
my God,
again.
that's his favorite move. Grab the guy around the neck and pull him down.
Yeah. That's the second time I've seen a Sidekicks player taken down by the neck in this game.
And it's Contreras.
With no card.
That's unbelievable that he doesn't get a blue card. Here's a free kick from the top of the penalty arc for Lovegrove. 3-man wall set up by the Sockers. 2 defenders behind the wall. Lovegrove plays it to the right side, and then it's chipped off the corner glass. Quintana battling for possession. Foul called on Quintana. Free kick San Diego. 3:42 to play in a contentious third quarter. The Sockers lead 5-2. Contreras back to Pardo.
Sidekicks offense seems to be coming alive a little bit here.
San Diego's kind of fired him up. De Oliveira at the top of the arc, can't do anything with it. Lovegrove has the loose ball. Lovegrove moving fluidly now. Turn, shot, Gutierrez has his shot blocked by Jones.
Nice block by Jones there.
Powell controls for Dallas in front of the Sidekicks bench.
What a move by Powell.
Gets it to Quintana, who slipped on the white paint in the center circle, and it's turned over to San Diego.
And Anthony Powell has great footwork. You can tell he's just got all the skills to put it together, this rookie. He just needs to get used to this indoor game.
Gutierrez in front of the scorers table, plays it all the way back to Pardo with 2:53 to play in the third. San Diego leading 5-2. Lovegrove nearly took it away. Comes out to Gutierrez, marked by Ellis. To Pino. Played back to Pardo. Serta. To Pardo, back to Serta. Pressure from Lovegrove. Pardo well beyond his line. Here comes Cameron Brown to pressure Serta, who plays it to Pino up the right wing boards. Pino gets to the Dallas line and retreats. Switches it to Serta on the left side.
A little more offensive pressure being applied here by the Sidekicks.
Moscato has it in the center circle. Marked by Brown, plays to Pardo. Pardo chips it diagonally, looking for Childs, headed by Quintana. Pino can't get underneath it. Ellis has it at his feet. Pushes it forward to Cameron Brown, who gets it back to Lovegrove, and now Brown makes a run for the bench as the Sidekicks make changes. Vic Moore-Legway comes on. Jones goes up for the 50-50 header with Serta, and it's headed into the Dallas bench. I think last touch by San Diego. Dallas gets the free kick. We're down to the final minute 40. of the third quarter. Dallas trailing 5-2. Jones gets it to Aguayo. Aguayo looking for a leg way. Deflected back to Jones. Taken away by Gonzalez. One back by Aguayo.
Good tracking back by Aguayo. Sorry, Pete. Good tracking back by Aguayo there. Very nice defensive effort. Got Mike Jones's back. That's his defensive teammate. You got to love that.
Moscato got spilled in the middle of the pitch. He's back on his feet now and has possession in the center circle. Finds Bond, left of the area, marked by Jones. Double team now as Evo comes over. Jones trying to play it off the wall. Gonzalez heads it back to Ortega. Sent back to the keeper Pardo with 44 seconds remaining. San Diego leading 5-2. Serta marked by Ritter. Even strength with 30 seconds to play in the third, and San Diego leading by 3. It's the most goals that San Diego has scored in a game in the early part of this season. That ball bounces over the head of Evo, and Gamboa saves the day. And then distributes to Ritter, breaking up the right side ahead to Vicmore Alegwe. Alegwe gets past Pino into the corner, puts it in front. Ritter is there, can't put it away. Alegwe unable to win the ball back off the wall. It comes to Gonzalez of San Diego. Long ball wide of Gamboa. Horn sounds ending the third quarter. San Diego leading 5-2 here at the Allen Event Center.
The Dallas Sidekicks would like to thank Miter USA providing today's match balls. Miter in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting goods brands, starting production in 1817. Miter is a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2. The MASL and Miter have a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Miter Astro Division Ball is the official game ball for MASL League play. Miter's Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball and has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer. Thank you, Miter.
The Dallas Sidekicks dancers performing here between periods. The Sockers lead the Sidekicks 5-2. Remember, you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Pete Stein along with Matt Thornton. An interesting third period.
Yeah.
Dallas stays in this game, but they're still trailing by 3, 5-2.
My goodness, the emotions ran high in that third quarter. The Sidekicks, I'm going to be honest, there for a second, they looked like they were just going to kind of count themselves out. They lost their minds a little bit. But with that second goal, it just feels like maybe the momentum shifted a little bit here at the end of the third.
It does. We're seeing more attacking from Dallas, getting some, generating some shots. They'd like to see more of them find the back of the net.
Right.
But Vicmore Alegwe has got the 2 goals.
It looks like, and you know, the Sockers, it seemed a couple times there, some retaliatory penalties as well. And, you know, I guess the referees here, the cards have not been as free-flowing as I think we probably would have seen. I don't think I've ever seen 2 different players get neck tackled in one game without a card associated. Pete, I think that's a first.
Somewhat to their credit, the officials have let them play, but almost at the risk of losing control of the game. The Sockers are out shooting the Sidekicks, but only by 3, 19-16. Dallas has blocked 5 shots, 4 blocks for the Sockers. Dallas 0 for 3 on the power play. The Sockers are 2 for 3 with a man advantage. Each team with 6 penalty minutes. The Sockers with 9 fouls to 6 for the Sidekicks. Taking a look at some of the highlights of that third quarter. And that man, the man wearing the captain's armband, Craig Childs, has 3 goals for San Diego tonight.
Yeah, Juan Gamboa has been fantastic too. Couple saves there that he's made. Not many men in this league can make those saves, and he's definitely kept his team in it. Sidekicks really bounced back again nice with a third quarter. 7 shots, 2 blocks, 4 saves, 1 foul, 1 penalty to the San Diego Sockers. 8 shots, 1 block, 5 saves, 5 fouls, 1 penalty, and boy, the 5 fouls there is really kind of the tail of that third quarter, don't you think, Pete?
Yeah, absolutely. A very physical third quarter of play. The physicality really escalated in the third quarter. A much more physical period than what we saw in the first half. And I don't think things are going to get any tamer here in the fourth quarter.
Looked like the referee's having a little sidebar with the head coach for the San Diego Sockers.
Phil Salvaggio is the head coach for the Sockers. His team leads by 3. Fourth period means a long change for each side. And we've switched ends as San Diego gets it cleared out of their own end. Reza sending it downfield. Gamboa plays one off of Ricardinho unintentionally. Or it was Quintana, I apologize. Quintana then gets it ahead to Cam Brown. Sidekicks control. Got to get this guy going. Cam Brown. He fires wide left. Battle for the 50-50 ball. And going down to the turf for San Diego was Brian Farber from Sandpoint, Idaho. And it's a free kick for the Sockers.
Yeah, right on cue. Cameron takes that shot there. That's what you want to see from him. He's very creative, and he's an excellent aerial player. One of the best aerial players, frankly, in the league, Pete.
Played college soccer at North Carolina, so he's got a pedigree. Gamboa pushes it across his own line up the right side. Contreras lets that go back to the keeper, Pardo, who plays it to Ruiz. Back to Pardo. Ricardinho signaling to his teammates as Pardo plays a long ball up the left side. The man who scored the first goal of the game plays one high off the glass and ends up tracking down the ball. That's Escato for San Diego.
And Cody Ellis did a good job staying with the ball there and got the clearance.
Escato up the middle here, plays it to the right wing. Man open on the left side of the area, and shot blocked. The right-footed shot for Reza. Comes back out to Contreras, who drives it into the area off Quintana. San Diego will make changes. They'll have a free kick from atop the penalty arc.
Yeah, Quintana just a little bit undisciplined there on that clearance. Immediately knew it when he hit it.
Giles will take this free kick. The sidekick set up a 3-man wall. Alegwe's in the middle of that 3-man wall. Giles just plays it left, and it's a shot and a goal from the right wing for Christian Gutierrez. A 5'10", 175-pound midfielder scores the goal for San Diego. He had an assist earlier tonight.
Giles just kicks it off to the left there, and just one-timer, cross net. Tough goal. The Sidekicks really just left, it kind of left him wide open over there. And you just say, gosh, you got to push out on these guys. There's only a few guys out in front that are going to be able to shoot the ball.
Third goal of the year for Gutierrez gives San Diego a 4-goal lead. They're up 6-2, and this is their largest lead of the game. Quintana in the midfield. Marked by Serta. Plays it back to Jones over the shoulder of Lovegrove, who has to chase it down in front of the Sockers bench. Gets it back to Gamboa. Gamboa plays it into space, looking for Quintana, but it's Pino who's there for San Diego. Gets it to De Oliveira. Serta with a shot from distance from the right wing, blocked. Comes out to Aguayo, chested down, and then is fouled from behind by Serta. Sidekicks have a free kick. 12:43 to play in the game. San Diego leads 6-2.
And you see where the Sidekicks are setting up. They're setting up almost in the middle of the field here, and you got to wonder how far back are they going to set up their offense? They need to push up further into San Diego Soccer's territory, and then they can play this keep-away game. They're just setting up so high, Pete.
Pino wins it for the Sockers. Trying to get it to Ruiz, but Lovegrove is there for Dallas. The Sidekicks on the counter attack. Little confusion. Aguayo takes over control of the ball.
Yeah, they had the 2-on-1 there, and nice defense by San Diego.
Sidekicks had 2 men in exactly the same spot. Here's Powell, marked by Pino. Powell didn't get much of it, rolls it in softly, and it's easily controlled by Pardo. 11:50 remaining.
At this point, I think San Diego is going to be completely content just playing keep-away soccer.
Remember what we saw in the first quarter?
Yep.
That's pretty much the way San Diego wants to play in the fourth quarter, leading by 4 goals.
Absolutely agree, Pete.
We were scoreless at the end of the first. Childs has scored 3 times for San Diego, and the Sockers have a 4-goal lead, up 6-2. Vicmore Legway has scored both goals for the Sidekicks.
You see Pardo getting more and more brave coming out of his box. Not concerned at all.
Powell batting this one back toward Gamboa. Quintana trying to clear it, not able to do so. Childs has it. He's looking for his 4th goal of the night. Lays it off to the right side for Gonzalez, and Gonzalez bangs one in off the goalpost, making it 7-2. San Diego with 11 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Gonzalez is left wide open on the far post. Really easy goal for him. Just kind of sets up on that corner and knocks it in.
Juan Gonzalez, playing in his 4th game, scores his first goal of the season for the San Diego Sockers, who now have a 5-goal lead at the Allen Event Center with 11 minutes remaining. And it's not been a very happy Boxing Day for the Dallas Sidekicks to this point.
No, indeed.
San Diego coming off a loss to Tacoma that ended a 16-game home winning streak. They were 0-1 on the road coming into this game.
Well, the Sidekicks now just need to get a little creativity here. Frankly, they need to get a sense of urgency and just press up as hard as they can.
I said the Sockers were 0-1 on the road. They're 1-0 on the road. So they're looking for a second road victory, which can be tough to come by in the MASL. Here's a nice breakaway. Farber, the midfielder, gets on the ball, played into the area, but it's covered up by Gamboa.
Nice ball from Ellis there to Cameron Brown.
Brown tries to play a wall pass. It's intercepted by Ortega. Ritter pokes it away from Ruiz. Gamboa controls. Dallas is down by 5 goals with 9:50 to play. Vicmore Legway has both of the goals, and he's on the ball now. Takes it to the corner, marked by Pino. Played out to Jones. Jones into space. Legway chases it down. Back to Jones. De Oliviero there defending for San Diego. Into Legway. Legway draws 3 defenders in traffic, trying to get around Reza, who wins the ball for San Diego as Legway gets called for the foul. Sockers have a free kick out of their own end with 9:22 to play, leading by 5.
Yeah, and you saw there's a couple of examples there of the Sidekicks doing a lot better job of setting up their offense deeper into the San Diego Sockers side of the field. And you get that point man up more towards the line, the penalty line, you're going to get a lot better possession. And I don't know, Pete. It just seems like they've been setting up so far back, almost at the midpoint of the field when they're trying to go on offense.
Gonzalez gives chase, catches up to it near the Dallas line. 50-50 ball. Gonzalez chasing back toward his own line, and now deep in his own territory, controls it, gets it to Pardo. Garza chasing for the Sidekicks. Gonzalez sends it up the left side. Jones wins it with a sliding tackle for Dallas momentarily. San Diego regains control. Gonzalez leaves it for Pardo. Quintana pressuring around the boards to Gonzalez, trying to get it past Ricardinho, and does so with a pass out to Escato. Escato crosses halfway, plays it to the right side for Gutierrez, a one-timer wide right. Gamboa grabs the deflection and quickly distributes out to Ricardinho.
Yeah, nice block there by Gamboa. He just kind of reached up and grabbed it and immediately distributed it. Looked like Vicmore Ligwe is back there on defense for a second.
Gutierrez trying to get past the Dallas defense. And now gets it back to Pardo. 7:50 to play. Serta to Pardo. Once again, the Sockers dominating possession time. Ruiz plays it to the corner. Into the area, loose in front. That's the easiest goal that Childs will score this season, and it's his 4th of the game, giving San Diego an 8-2 lead with 7:36 to play. Childs, among the most prolific goal scorers in MASL, with 4 goals tonight, now has 7 on the season.
As defender just kind of lost track of him. Just a simple little flick on, one-timer.
San Diego with their largest lead of the game over Dallas, 8-2. You're listening to Sidekicks Soccer on MASL TV.
This is Cameron Brown, number 15 of the Dallas Sidekicks. Be sure to come out to our January 5th game at 7 p.m. at the Allen Event Center when we take on the El Paso Coyotes. Tickets starting as low as $10. To purchase tickets, head over to DallasSidekicks.com/tickets. Join us on January 5th at 7 p.m. and let's go Kicks.
Sylvan Hoffelman is our in-game host here at the Allen Event Center and does a great job with the timeout entertainment down on the field. Childs getting his 4th goal of the game at 7:24 of the 4th quarter, and getting the assist on the goal was Hiram Ruiz. San Diego pulling away from the Sidekicks, and Ruiz getting his 2nd assist of the season here tonight.
And it's so frustrating about this Sidekicks team, Pete. You see them play, and they're very disciplined at times. They do a great job on defense, and then it just like they lose themselves a little bit. They reel, they lose track of their men. They leave men wide open in the back. On the offensive side, they're setting up shop in the middle of the field. They're not setting up shop to gain their possession, and the Soccer's in, and you just wonder, you know, at some point you maybe have to switch things up a little bit, because we've seen this now 3-4 games, and you wonder if maybe it's a little bit of time to switch up the style.
Outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This every weekend. Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. You're watching the Sidekicks on MASL TV. Catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.TV. San Diego looking to improve to 3-1. Dallas in danger of falling to 2-3. And they brought on the 6th attacker. It's Ellis wearing the 6th attacker jersey. Evo, Ricardinho, Alegwe, Lovegrove, and Brown also on the pitch for the Sidekicks. They trail by 6 with 7:13 to play. Alegwe with a one-touch pass to Evo, who sails one into the corner seats. You got to be paying attention when you're watching indoor soccer and you've got those corner seats, or if you're sitting behind the goal, those balls can come sailing into the seats with some pace.
Indeed, I think one of the hardest things I've ever seen in my life coming at my face was a Doc Lawson shot at Reunion Arena.
The Indoor Warrior tattooed you.
Oh my gosh, I ducked in time, but thankfully my dad had my back there with his hands. But boy, Doc Lawson, boy, he had a cannon, tree trunk legs.
Still looks like he could play, by the way.
Yeah,
we saw him up here last year.
And not to beat a dead horse, but this is exactly where the Sidekicks need to set up. Right here, you see them just a little bit past the line, and now they're distributing, they're passing. That's where you want to set up your offense, not at the half of the field. And that's the last time I'm going to say it, Pete. I just think if they could have done this a little earlier, it might have generated a little more offense.
Of course, remember they're playing with the 6th attacker here.
Valid point.
Brown put that ball in the area, had a leg way, but Dallas didn't get a shot off that opportunity. Dallas has got to be really careful because San Diego can burn you on the counterattack here. Ellis retreating back toward goal. Remember, he doesn't have any goalkeeper's gloves on. That ball sitting wide. Ellis controls it off the wall to his left. Ricardinho wears the captain's armband and plays it to Lovegrove, who leaves it for Ricardinho through the center circle into San Diego territory. To Alegwe at the San Diego line, back to Ricardinho. Alegwe fires shot, blocked by Serta. Gutierrez clears it, deflected by Ricardinho, but right back to Gutierrez, who gets it to Escato, and he scores against the sixth attacker. Escato's got his second goal of the game. It's a 7-goal lead for the Sockers. They're up 9-2.
Yeah, and Cody Ellis just tracking back there. He's just does his best to get to it, just can't get to it. And I think he forgot he could use his hands.
Yeah, he may have.
I think he did. He forgot he could use his hands. He's a defender.
Escato with the 2 goals tonight now has 3 for the season to go along with 3 assists. An impressive performance for the Sockers tonight, leading Dallas 9-2. Nice rebound game for the Sockers after losing a heartbreaker to Tacoma, 5-4. Tacoma scoring in the waning moments of that game to beat the Sockers. Danny Waltman had 22 saves in that game, and it was Adam West that scored the game-winning goal with 2:23 to play, giving the Tacoma Stars a 5-4 victory over San Diego in their last game. They've come to Dallas tonight, and they're winning in a rout, 9-2. De Oliveiro in the corner, sends it up top. The shot blocked. Reza not able to find the back of the net. Dallas begins the counterattack. It's Brown across the San Diego line. Played back to Arthur Evo. Reza off the wall, leaves it for De Oliveira. Laid back for Pardo. Pardo finds Pee-wee. Pee-wee switches the attack. Brown with a volley into the hands of Pardo, right into his chest. With 4:20 to play, Dallas trailing 9-2.
Might be Brown's first shot on goal.
San Diego with possession. This is Gonzalez playing it to Gutierrez on the right wing. Across the face of the goal, it comes out to De Oliveira. He leaves it for Ortega to Gutierrez. Back to Pardo with 3:50 to play. The Sockers with a 7-goal lead and possession. Off the wall, Gutierrez in the area, got a shot, missed wide. Tillman misses wide right. Gutierrez plays it back to midfield for Gonzalez. Ortega has it at the bottom of the center circle. Back to Pardo.
Cody Ellis might be wondering what he did to deserve that situation. Playing goal, taking shots like that with no gloves on.
Bond in the corner for San Diego. Ellis grabs it, hugs it, rolls it to the feet of Lovegrove. 3:08 to play. Dallas is trailing by 7 goals, playing with the 6th attacker, down 9-2 with exactly 3 minutes to play. Ricardinho moves into San Diego territory. The wall pass for Ellis from Powell. Ellis wearing the 6th attacker jersey. Ricardinho plays it up the middle, intercepted. Taken away by Bond. Bond just launches one toward the empty net. Lovegrove gets there for Dallas. Lovegrove accelerates across his own line into neutral territory, leaves it for Ricardinho. Ellis up the right side, back to Ricardinho. Lovegrove along the left wing boards, moves back toward the middle. Across to Ellis. Ellis with a diagonal ball to the left corner. Chested down by Brown, played it off the glass, got it to Powell. Powell shot from the top of the arc is blocked. That's a great play defensively by Ortega, who gets congratulated by his goalkeeper, Pardo. Childs getting some rest now for San Diego. He scored 4 goals tonight. Ellis gets 2 shots. Pardo standing tall as Brown tried to muscle one in. Battling in the corner is Garza for Dallas.
Nice sliding shot there by Cameron Brown. Got a piece of it. Actually did well.
Ellis with a blast from distance. Powell wins it back, taking it away from Bond. Lovegrove has it, plays it left, takes a tumble, sent back to Ricardinho. Lovegrove at the line into the area for Powell. Lovegrove was looking for a return pass, and instead Powell sent it to the far side wall looking for Ricardinho. It's Ellis who has it now. To the team captain, Ricardinho into the corner for Lovegrove. A wall pass into the area, deflected away from Powell. A header for Ortega. Ortega races out to halfway. The ball never finds him, and here's Lovegrove with a shot and a goal. Lovegrove tallies for Dallas with 53.7 seconds remaining, but the Sidekicks are trailing by 6. Lovegrove with his 7th goal of the season.
Yeah, Jamie got the ball here. Takes it nice, lifts it up over the keeper on the near side of the goal, and just kind of puts his head down and walks back to the kickoff circle.
3 goals, not nearly enough for Dallas tonight. They're down by 6, trailing 9-3. 53 seconds remaining. Dallas playing with the 6th attacker. Ellis flings it out beyond halfway, but didn't find his target. Pino has it go off his chest to Lovegrove. Brown in the corner, off the wall into the hands of Pardo. Rolled out to Pino. To Ortega, who lets it go by. San Diego content to play defense right now. Childs has come back in somewhat surprisingly. I thought they'd just give him rest for the rest of the game.
Yeah, me too. I'm surprised.
This is Garza in the corner to Brown. Brown has it on his left foot, fires. It's blocked by Reza. Goes out to Pittman. He chips it toward the open goal. Misses wide right. Lovegrove chases it down, and the final seconds tick off. And we've come to the end of tonight's game at the Allen Event Center. The San Diego Sockers spanked the Dallas Sidekicks 9-3. And one of the more prolific goal scorers in San Diego history, Craig Childs, comes to Allen and scores 4 goals tonight as San Diego completely dominates after the first quarter. It was scoreless at the end of 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Pete. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
We said, I hate it when we're right, but we said the guy to watch was Craig Childs to begin this broadcast, and he really came through. The Dallas Sidekicks defense had no answer for him. Multiple times left him running free, and he's just got an incredible shot. So a tough loss for the Sidekicks.
Childs now has a 4-game goal scoring streak. He's the all-time leading scorer for San Diego. This is his 10th season with the Sockers, and he helped San Diego defeat Dallas tonight 9-3. San Diego improves to 3-1. They're 2-0 on the road. Dallas is now 1-1 at home, and the Sidekicks fall to 2-3.
Yeah, they're going to have to get themselves back together here, Pete. It just seems like sometimes they kind of lose themselves. They allow the emotion to get to their defense. Their defense is reeling, and they really are going to have to just get themselves back. I know they've got a tough opponent coming up here with El Paso, the Coyotes.
They beat the Coyotes here on the 15th, 7-4. They'll have to play at El Paso on Saturday night.